So I want to take a couple minutes and just read this and go over a couple things with you guys, just in case y'all don't know. Because when situations like this happen and the city provides resources or the state provides resources, some people don't know the underlying things that you have to do in order to make the situation work for you at its best. I am not a representative of the state. I just want to read you what's on this website that I'm reading, because I called the light company to see if they are offering any type of assistance during this time. Uh, I'm going to pay my bill because I don't qualify, and I'm just going to have to, factor it and budget it in and everything, which is fine with me. I'm blessed to be able to do it. But some people right now are unemployed, underworked, no hours, no hope for a new job right now, and things like that. So I'm going to give you guys this thing that you can Google. It's called FAQs. It's FAQ on the PUC apostrophe S response to COVID-19. And it's basically what's going to happen with electricity and water bills and stuff like that if you can't pay it. So I'll put the address down and when I make this video, but let me run through this quickly with you guys. It says, what is the PUC doing to help Texans experiencing economic hardships due to COVID-19? On March 26th, the Public Utility Commission of Texas responded to the governor's declaration of emergency with a plan to mitigate the impact of COVID-19 on Texas utility customers who are experiencing genuine economic hardships as a result of the pandemic. Who are the actions intended to help? These efforts are intended to help those Texans in genuine financial distress as a result of COVID-19 when the utility bills will literally break their family's budget. Because the cost of these temporary measures will ultimately be borne by ratepayers, including customers with suspended disconnections whose final balances are not totally offset by the COVID-19 surcharge on actively paying customers, they should be reserved for those in dire circumstances. Okay, so if you didn't understand what I just said, I might have been going too fast. Basically, it's saying that your utility bill, if it's past due, it has to be a direct reflection of it being past due to this pandemic. If your bill been past due for 5 or 6 months and you got a balance and you probably been paying it down for that time, it doesn't qualify. But during these last 2 months or so, if your bill is past due or you worked out some type of payment plan just to keep the lights on, that's what this program is going to be for. It says, how are water utility customers affected? The commission has ordered the PUC regulated water and sewer utilities across the state to immediately suspend disconnection notices for non-payment. So they're not disconnecting people, but there are some things that you're going to have to do. Okay, I don't have my glasses. I'm working through this, y'all bear with me. What are the electricity customers outside the area of Texas with retail competition? The PUC has ordered electricity providers outside the ERCOT grid, namely Energy, El Paso Electric, SPS, and SWEPCO, to suspend disconnections for non-payment. So basically here in Houston, around Texas, around the state, around El Paso, different places like that, they really cannot cut your lights off right now, okay? And I'm going to provide you with this link so you can read it for yourself. Now, this is what I want to get down to because this is the fine print, okay? It says, areas, okay, under the, I'm trying to see if this is important. Okay, I'll read it. Under a new program called the COVID-19 Electricity Relief Program, the PUC has ordered retail electronic providers, REPs, in areas of the state open to competition to immediately offer a deferred payment plan to any residential customers who request, one, so if you request it, they got to give it to you. Suspend disconnections. And when it says suspend disconnections, that means that if you had a disconnection notice coming right about now, they're suspending it. For residential customers who have been added to the state's unemployment and low income list due to efforts of the COVID. Okay. How do I get added to the list? If you are a residential electricity customer in the areas of Texas open to retail competition, who qualifies for unemployment benefits and is genuinely dire economic straits as a result of COVID, you can now contact the state's low-income list administrator. And the phone number is 866-454-8387 to request enrollment. Their call center is operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How does enrollment work? After you have contacted that number that I just gave you, and shared proof of your unemployment status and essential information with them, including your name, electricity service address, and preferably your electricity account number, you will be provisionally added to a list, and your REP will be notified within a week to not disconnect your power. If you are unable to pay the bill or enter into a deferment payment plan with the REP, basically that REP is basically your light company. If your payment is due in the next 10 days, you should contact the REP right away. Let's see. Is that one phone call all I need to do? That's the question. So within 30 days of that phone call, you need to provide documentation of your qualification for unemployment benefits to the Texas Workforce Commission, to the LILA, so that you can be officially added to the list. So it's some steps and precautions that you have to take. First thing you have to do is prove that you are unemployed, that you qualify. If you're unemployed and you don't prove that you qualify for unemployment benefits right now, they're not saying, you know what I'm saying, whether or not you still qualify for this program, but it's just telling you the things that you need to do. So if it's listed here, then 9 times out of 10, if you don't do that, you probably won't qualify. I don't know. You're going to find out on your own. Okay, it says, if I am added to the list, what happens? Per the PUC order, retail electric providers cannot disconnect electricity for up to 6 months for customers who have been added to the COVID-19 electricity relief program list because they are unable to pay their bills or enter into a deferred payment plan. So let me go back over this because I didn't read this. So basically it's saying here, the providers cannot disconnect electricity for up to 6 months for customers who have been added to that list. So you still got to get added in order to qualify to not be able to make that payment. Electricity relief program list because they are unable to pay the bill or enter into a deferred payment plan. So even if you can't enter into a deferred payment plan, they're going to try to work something out with you. And this band is don't cut this grass and blow these leaves right now. It says, will I still be billed for my electricity? In ordinance with the contract, REPs will generate your bill and you should pay the amount you are able. Your REP will then request assistance with your bill from the relief program. If the REP receives assistance from the relief program, then your bill will be adjusted by that amount. What about customers of the electric co-ops and municipal utilities operating largely outside the PUC's jurisdiction? Electric co-ops and municipal utilities like those in Austin and San Antonio are taking measures they see fit to address financial impact of the COVID-19 crisis and their customers. If you are one of those customers, you are encouraged to contact them with your questions and concerns. I told you guys I ain't have my glasses on. Let's see here. This is probably something that people really don't care about, but who is paying for this? You know, some people be like, it's my tax dollars going to this. So it says electricity still costs money to generate, and along with water, costs money to deliver to your home. If you are a customer protected from disconnection by participating in this relief program, whatever costs you are unable to cover will be borne in the part of the combination of other paying customers through a new monthly fee. Great. Losses absorbed by your retail electric provider, and eventually you will be in a deferred payment plan to recover any remaining amounts. And I said great and I sighed because I already told y'all this about Green Mountain Energy. Like, so say my bill is $40. I get the $40 bill. I get the flat base rate, which is usually like $10.50. I got the taxes, and then I get all little small fees that they put in there, and then they slap me with another bill from CenterPoint. So if my bill is $40, my CenterPoint bill is going to be about $30. So I get 2 bills. So when they say they're going to start adding on fees, basically us, the public, we're going to pay to help people who can't pay. That's basically what it's saying. Okay. There is an address down here for the publication of Public Utility Commission of Texas. It's 1701 North Congress Avenue, P.O. Box 13326, Austin, Texas 78711-3326. You can reach our Customer Protection Division at customer@puc.texas.gov, or 888-782-8477 for more information, including our ongoing response to COVID-19 crisis. Visit www.puc.texas.gov. So this is the document. I just read it to you guys. Hopefully it helped. That's all I wanted to do, was just help, because somebody might have access to watch this but might not understand what it means, or may not even know about it. So as long as you can prove, call that number that I gave y'all. I'll give it again. Let's see, to get added to the list, to at least get the ball rolling, to prove that you qualify for this, is 866-454-8387. And that is the call center relief number. It's open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And it says surrounding areas. It said Texas and surrounding areas, but then in parentheses it said El Paso. Like, that's in Texas. So I don't know. But I hope this helped somebody. Even if it just helped one person, that's good enough for me. Did my job. But you guys, I know this is a very serious time. I'm not making light of it. So if you need help with your light bill, water bill, utilities, go through that. And this document that I'm looking at is www.puc.texas.gov. And if you go there, it'll give you all the information, what you can do to get started to help. Because I know people are calling in asking questions, and I didn't even know about this. I was just calling in to find out, was my bill due? Because I ain't got nothing, and I couldn't get into my my online account. For some reason I couldn't get in, so I was like, well, let me call and find out. And then while I was listening, they started talking about the relief program, and I was like, well, let me see if I qualify. So it's nothing wrong with seeing if you qualify for something. 9 times out of 10, you've already assisted with paying for a program such as this, because they have all those fees at the bottom of your light bill. So don't think that you're taking from somebody that could possibly need it more than you. Find out if you qualify first, and if you qualify, get what you're supposed to get. That's all I wanted to say. Peace and blessings to you guys. Keep your eyes and ears open. Be safe. Protect yourself. Peace.